Okay, so for the second topic that I chose, as I mentioned earlier, it's clouds. And so what the teacher would do is have, probably to have one of these at each table is the best thing you can get. Any type of container, a mason jar would probably work best too with all the students and so they could see. We have, as you can see, pink shaving cream. So our clouds are a little pink today. But so what you do is you just mash the shaving cream, put it on top. This is just plain water, and then you could even have whichever student is being the best for the week, you could have them put the drops in, or if you want to have less chaos in the class, you could do it yourself as being the teacher. But it's an experiment that'll show them what happens when the clouds get full with rain, and then the rain, let's see what happens. Go ahead and do it. Brody, go ahead and do it. Yeah.
How much?
Go ahead, let's see how much will come through. Wait for it to come through. Okay, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Oh, Brody's, yours looks like a real rainstorm that's
Like blood.
just powering through. And Zane, no, you're good. Thank you so much.
It's not even coming.
Zane, you need a little bit more. Put a little bit more in there, bud. Let's see, is it coming? Is it coming? Zane must have really thick clouds. Let me see, bud.
Oh, it holds it through.
It is holding it, so you're...
there it is.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
So yours is coming through in a gush as well, over to the side. Oh, look at that one right there. Do you see it spiraling down? Look, over that way. Can you see? Or maybe you need to come over here. Brody, come here. Oh, look, yours is doing it too, so it just looks like it's raining down. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
So that's what happens with the clouds when the water, when the clouds get full of water, how they just drop through, and that's what rain looks like. So it's neat to see it for them from a different perspective. So the second experiment not experiment, but kind of an experiment, the second activity that I would have the kids do would be to, thank you so much, Brody, I appreciate that. Let me just take that, which, yeah, as a teacher, you would need to take the die and throw it on the floor first. So anyways, accidents are bound to happen. So you have water in here. Thanks, bud. You have water in here that is warmed, actually maybe to the point where it's kind of hot, and then you put ice on top, and you see it'll show us rain clouds, it'll show us clouds, and if you look inside, you'll have to give it a minute, and what the ice will do with the water is it'll actually make like a spiral inside, so it'll go in a circle form, and it'll look like a cloud inside is forming. So it takes a minute or so.
The ice looks like it's already melting.
The ice is melting? Mm-hmm. It does look like the ice is melting. So what you would need to do for this is you would need to have at least one at each table. And you would need to wait and to watch and see what's happening. Oh, and you need to add a match actually so that it works better. That's what I forgot to do. So let's see. That's what will get you the spiral effect of the cloud inside that I forgot. There we go. Do you guys see it?
Yeah. It's like...
Isn't that pretty neat?
What happens when you take it off?
Well, let's leave it for a second. Brody, can you see the inside? Can you see it? Look closer.
It's a whole cloud.
Do you see it look like smoke inside that's going round and round and round?
No, I don't see it. Looks like...
Do you see it inside?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's see when you pull this off. What do you think will happen?
The cloud will come off.
The cloud will come off? Let's see.
And yay!
Oh, and it forms a cloud.
That's really cool inside.
No, thank you. Isn't that pretty neat? And the last thing that I would have the students do, the last activity, thank you so much. The last activity that I would have the students do would be to, Zane, name one of the types of clouds. Do you remember? Or do you remember all three?
Cirrus.
Good, Brody.
Stratus.
Stratus.
And cumulus.
Cumulus. Good job, both of you. Together effort. So I would have them make this so that it would help them to recall, to look at the information and to see it and to remember it for further use. So go ahead, why don't you guys start doing that with the glue. And I'll leave that there. Use your glue. And do you guys need, I forgot a marker. Let me grab a marker. All right, let's put 3 lines so that you guys can have, here Brody, can I do this 1 second? There we go. Excuse me. And then I would have them do that. And that would be an activity that would help them to have hands-on experience. And the reason, so the materials that I used for these activities are appropriate for English language learners because they will help the students to be engaged in the learning process. And as I mentioned before in different things throughout the class that I was in, that when students are engaged in having fun, that they're more likely to be able to recall the information being taught and then to use it when necessary. And I used hands-on materials which would provide the students with additional support needed to make the content comprehensible to all English learners regardless of their language development level. That really wouldn't matter, as you can see, in regards to making the clouds or forming the clouds, and it really doesn't matter which level that they're at. They would be able to recall the information and use it. And I use the visuals to help the student to recall that information that they're being taught, so like I said, so that they can use it in future references when they need it. And I also used, repetition in regards to vocabulary words because that helps the students to learn and to understand, for example, the correct pronunciation of the words that they're learning.